friends. I am just sitting here doing a little bit of cross stitch, of all things. I'm so out of practice with videos. I've done bits of filming here and there and none of it is very coherent. I've just been so muddled with everything going on with the computer and then with lockdowns and just the goings on of the house. I'm just so muddled with everything, and all of my videos are a little bit like that. So most of it's just jumbled and unusable, and this might not even make the cut either. But I'm just taking a few minutes. I'm sitting here doing some cross stitch today. We went to the movies and saw Black Widow. The kids, it's the last official day of school holidays, and that was really good. And then we went out and had sushi together for lunch. And yeah, so we're just going to have a nice quiet night at home, which is going to be fabulous. Katie's working all weekend, so I'll be driving her to work. I'm also working some of the weekend as well. And yeah, gonna get some things done before going back to work. We've got a big event happening with my students this week. It's like an inter-school dance performance, which is quite big. It's actually held at the convention center, and yeah, it's pretty huge. They will televise it later in the year as well. So yeah, doing that this week. So there's going to be some big days. So I'm not going to get much sewing done, I don't think. But little projects like cross stitch are perfect for when you've just got a few minutes just to do something with your hands. And the dryer in the background is really noisy, so sorry. But it's rainy today. It's a very rainy day. And yeah, we had actually planned to go to the zoo today, but because of the rain, we decided to do movies instead. Yeah, so I'm going to do a little bit more of my cross stitch and pop in later on. Bye. Good evening, friends. Happy Sunday. I'm here. Oh my gosh, I'm here with a video. I spoke to you a couple of days ago, briefly about things that I was doing, but otherwise I haven't seen you in so long. How are you all? I hope you're all really well and have been keeping busy, been just looking after yourselves and keeping well and just taking care of yourselves, because it's so important at the moment. There's so much going on. My world has been hectic, but I've been fine. Just crazy busy, just crazy busy. And the little bits of time that I have at home, the little snippets of video that I've taken have just made no sense whatsoever. So I just wasn't going to even put that in front of you, because you would just be eye rolling all over the place and just going, what the heck is going on with you, Nikki? What is going on? Because it made no sense. It made no sense. So I'm just going to pop in for a really quick chat, super quick, because I want to show you a couple of things that I have been working on and finished since I've seen you last. And yeah, just get you all up to date with what's been happening here. So the first thing I wanted to show you, and I'm going to have to show you in a photo, so I'll put the photo up there maybe, is the baby quilt that I did for my mum's work friend. I had so much fun making it. It was very simple, very lightly quilted. I didn't want to quilt it too heavily because I wanted it to be very snuggly for a little tiny bubba. And yeah, it turned out to be a really good size, and it was a lot of fun to make. So that pattern is the Endgame quilt, and it is by Tied with a Ribbon. Very easy to make. Such a great quilt. It gives that little bit of a modern element, and the fabrics were just delicious. So I had a lot of fun making that one. Then the next thing that I finished was, I'll just rearrange some things here, is I'm making a mess. I'm making a big fat mess. I quilted this one. So how am I going to show you this one? I'll hold it up So I quilted this one. This is my Irish chain that I made out of scraps, and I have done it with an all over giant stipple, and it is nice and snuggly. The backing is the same as the binding, so it's just this mottled blue, and yeah, I love how it turned out. It was really such a fun make. And if you have a look at the blocks are literally just a 9 patch, and then the same again in a blank block, just a background block, and that is just repeated over and over and over again, and it gives this chain effect. Can you hear me? It gives a chain effect, which is really nice and such a great way to use up your scraps. So that had been sitting in my box of whips of works in progress for so long, so long. So it was really nice to get that one finished. So I had a lot of fun with that one. Very simple, but yeah, Mason has already claimed it. He reckons it's his, and I love that. I love when the kids just, that's mine, and snuggle up with it, and yeah, it's the best, isn't it? So that one is done. No longer a work in progress. Okay, so other things that I have been working on. Well, actually, let's talk about something that I have purchased. Yes, let's do that because it's sitting right in front of me and I want to show it off. So I have purchased a paper piecing pattern. Now I got this because my friend Katrina pulled it out when we were together one day and started making it, and I just fell in love with it. I fell in love with it. I love a good hand stitching project, and this actually came in a kit with all of the papers and also the templates, and yeah, I'm going to have a bit of fun with that. I'm not sure if I'm going to do them all yellow. I'm thinking I'm going to do flowers of all different colours. Just make it a bit brighter. And I've got lots of the background neutral, so I think that's going to be fun. So that's my purchase that I've made, because, you know, I don't have enough things that I want to make. Let's add some more. Okay, and then let's show you the cross stitch that I was working on the other day. I've done a little bit more to it. So there she is there, little baby galah, so cute. And I haven't got too much more to do, so that's what she's going to look like. So I'm nearly there with that one. And can I tell you, I love how she looks, or he or she, what do you think? I love how she looks, but it is so tedious, this one. All of this mottled, like, yeah, see how it's got like all the mottled colours? I am not a fabulous cross stitcher on the best of days, so I'm really struggling to count it all and get it all right. But even with the little mistakes in there, and there's plenty, you can't even really tell that there's mistakes. She's very sweet. So yeah, not much more to go on that. So I've got these leaves down here, these gum leaves down here to do, and just a bit of finishing off. She's got a few little bald spots in amongst her feathers. So I'll do her bald spots and her gum leaves and then make her into something. So I've been seeing on Pinterest a lot of kind of like mini cushions and things, like little pillows, pincushion size pillows that are used in just your decor around the house, like little decoration bits. And I think I actually want to make some of those and give those a go, because I think they're really cute. So that's what I'm going to do with this, I think. We'll turn him into a little decorative pillow, and he can sit, I don't know, somewhere around the house. See, it's a he now. He, she, I don't know. The little galah, the baby galah. So I've got that, and I have ordered a couple more little cross stitch kits, and I'll show you those when they come, because they're super cute and they're going to be a lot more easy than this one, because it doesn't have that mottled. I'm just not good enough to well, must be, because I am doing it, but it's really taking its toll. It's very, very fiddly. I don't think I've had enough practice for fiddly just yet. But yeah, the next cross stitches will be a little bit easier, a little bit less counting. And the only other thing I've got to show you is actually a whip that I didn't have with all my other whips when we went through them, because it's a hand quilting one and I just didn't have it in there. This I was inspired to make after going on to a retreat with some quilting friends, and one of my quilting friends had made this beautiful Liberty quilt, and it was very much like this, just blocks, it's just, you know, square blocks, nothing fancy, and it just felt delicious, looked delicious, and I really wanted one of my very, very own. And so I've made one in my colours, and I've started to hand quilt it. So there's my hand quilting that I have done so far on it. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen some peeks of that. I haven't got a huge amount done yet, but I just love it. Look, that's the back. That's the back as well. So I'm loving the process of that. And I thought I would talk you through how I'm doing it, because I'm a bit of a use what's on hand kind of girl. And I knew I wanted to do like a vintagey sort of hand quilting, because it's just like Liberty is luscious, isn't it? It's just the most luscious, soft, just delightful fabric. And I really wanted it to have like a very vintagey feel, because I'm all about the old stuff. And so to get this pattern on here so that I can hand quilt it, I made I made this out of a milk carton. And so what I do is I get myself a pin and I put it in the hole at the point that I want the fan shapes to pivot. And then I get my pencil and I stick it in each one of these little ridges, and I kind of swivel it. It looks so messy doing it that way. I swivel it around, and that's what gives me my lines to hand quilt. So it's very high tech. I'm sure there's a million better ways to do it. I know you've got the pounce pads and things like that, but I just wanted to use what I had on hand and I didn't want to buy anything. And cutting up a milk container has been perfect. It's giving me the exact lines that I want, and the effect is fantastic. I really, really like it. And I figure that all the old vintage quilts, that's kind of how they did it. They just used what was on hand. They obviously didn't use plastic milk bottles because they didn't have them, but they would have just used what they had on hand to do it. And it's just, oh, if I could, you just need to be able to feel it. It feels amazing. So this is something else that I've been working on this week. I'm going to probably continue to do the cross stitch in this week, because like I said earlier, yesterday or the day before, we've got CGen, Creative Generations, which is a school, Queensland Government school, huge event, like huge. We have performances over a few days. It's going to be televised. I am going to be tired when I get home from work, because they're going to be long days. And yeah, I'm going to be worn out. So I don't anticipate doing anything major this week, but I will enjoy doing something little like this to help me unwind and hopefully finish my little galah. Did I knock you then? Sorry. Hopefully finish my little galah, and then I can make something with her next week. And yeah, that's pretty much what I've done and what I'm going to do. I don't really have a lot else to tell you, other than I've missed you and I am glad to be back. hopefully the next video won't take me another couple of weeks because I've been a bit silly like that, haven't I? Whoops. It's just when you're tired and when you've got family things, and it's been school holidays, so I've wanted to spend time with the kids and just catch up on odd jobs. Honestly, I had a list a mile long and I maybe took the top 3 things off that list in the last couple of weeks. I just didn't get anywhere near as much stuff done as I wanted to. But that's always the case, isn't it? You always anticipate that you're going to have all this time, get all these things done, and it just never pans out that way. But it's been so lovely to see you again. Thank you so much for popping in. I will catch up with you very soon with another reading video because I have got lots of things to talk about there with some books. And I will see you next time. Bye. Thank you.